Welcome to another Linden Elevator YouTube video. Today we'll be going through the initial adjustment instructions on an out-of-box situation from Linden Elevator. These are the presets that we go through when we set the valve up when we send it to you. The first thing that you'll want to do is to check to make sure that your valve is sized correctly. On the top of the valve you have your serial number. It's right here and it's not going to show up in the video very well, but you have a serial number right along this elevated section of the valve. On the newest versions of the valve, it is an actual adhesive sticker. On earlier versions of the valve, it's actually stamped into the aluminum. You are interested in the first digit or two of the serial number. On most valves, there's a single digit followed by a letter. The letters are N, P, S, or T. The next set of digits is the date code for when the valve was manufactured, year and month. Occasionally you'll run across a valve that is dual size. That's where they have a different sized bypass piston from the down piston. What they do is they stamp a number above or in front of the letter, in front of the number, in front of the letter. Boy, that's a little confusing, I know. But for example, this valve is 5S94. If this was a dual size valve, there may be a 6 just above the 5. If you have a dual-sized valve, make sure that you're installing a dual-sized valve. Otherwise, your operation will not be correct. Out of the box, the first thing that you're going to want to do is to set your bypass adjustment. And this is if the car, first thing is to take your up slow-speed solenoid, remove this from the valve, and protect it with a big heavy screwdriver or hex key, or pull the wire from the board. With this coil removed, you're ready to proceed to do the bypass adjustment. It's in to make the car move and then turn out until the car stalls, take another half turn. If your valve is moving out of the box already, this adjustment may be too far in, just turn out until the car stalls, then take an additional half turn. If the car still persists in moving, the down stop adjuster, sometimes labeled UD, sometimes labeled US, depending on the age of your valve, may be too far in. Turn it counterclockwise. Between this adjustment and this adjustment, you should not have a problem getting the car to stall. After you get your car to, after you set your bypass, go ahead and return the slow speed solenoid and register an automatic call. This is your UA adjuster here. It's out for a quicker acceleration, in for smoother acceleration. Once you have a car that's moving either in leveling speed down here or in high speed here, you can proceed to set the pressure relief. You must have a functioning car or pressure relief will not set correctly. The normal procedure is you do your UA adjustment. Once you have a moving car, do your pressure relief, then do your leveling speed, your transition, and your stop. That is the normal prescribed order for doing the valve. The next thing is you'll want to move to the down side of your valve. You have your down main speed adjuster here, your down leveling speed adjuster. They are both in for slower feet per minute, out for faster feet per minute. The down closing adjuster, it looks very similar to the UA adjuster, and these are the two adjusters that have the filter screens on them. So if you have a car that is not responding correctly, you'll want to check the filter screens here and here. This is usually not on a new valve out of the box. This would be on a valve that's been installed for a while. The DC adjuster affects everything in the down direction. So you need to make sure that you have a good setup on your DC. The prescribed method is put your car on inspection speed and check your leveling. If your leveling speed is between 8 and 12 feet per minute, stop the car, just let the button off on inspection speed and feel for the stop. If the stop is harsh, you're going to turn in on the adjuster. If the stop is a little bit sloppy, you're going to turn out on the adjuster. Now that is going to affect other adjustments on your valve. If you have to make more than a minor adjustment on the DC adjuster, which usually you won't need to, but if you do, the DT adjuster, this one here with the thick steel jam nut right there, needs to be turned in so that the end of the adjuster is flush with the outside edge of the jam nut. Your down main speed should be set up for 80% of contract. Leveling speed should be usually between 8 and 12 feet per minute, depending on your likes. This is your DA adjuster here. That's your down acceleration. This one, it's out for a quicker acceleration, in for smoother transition. It works backwards from the other adjusters. It is counterclockwise for a smoother transition. If you turn this out too far, the car will slide by the floor and you'll need to obviously turn it back in. If you have any other questions on the setup of your UV5A valve, please give us a call. The phone number is at the end of the video. Thank you.